Hello YouTube. So we moved out all the plecos out of the 40 gallon, we rescaped it, we planted it, we rescaped the 50 gallon low boy. That's where all the plecos went except for the leopard frog plecos. And where did they go? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Alright, so all the leopard frog plecos are getting their own tank. And by all, I mean three of them, all three of them. We're going to be moving them into the 20 gallon long. We'll also take a look at my Zebra Plecos. I want you to take a look at both throughout this video. Hopefully we get some shots, and I want you to let me know what you like better, the Zebra Plecos or the leopard frog plecos. Now I'm not getting rid of them, so don't worry. I'm just curious what other people like. I know my favorites are still the Zebra Plecos, but I'm curious what you guys think, so let me know. Alright, so here we are. We got the 20 gallon long. Some of you might remember. This is the tank that had the tank divider, and we had a betta on each side, and my new guppies were in here. But those got upgraded to the 33 gallon long. So this empty tank is where the leopard frog plecos will be going. It's nice and warm, about 80 degrees, which is good for them. But you can see the guppies and bettas, they've made a mess, so I need to get in here and clean this up, get all this debris out of here, get some caves in here for them. So I'm going to work on that now and check back in with you. So you can see how dirty the water is. Now technically most of this is not dirt, it's the rock wool that these plants came in. Remember how big these crypts were when I got them? All died back. Look how small they are now. Anubias are still doing excellent though, which is to be expected. Never really seen any change there. So hopefully I'll be able to get a lot of this sucked out. I do need to find some caves for them. I think I'm out of my clay watering stakes that I like to use, so I might have to build some out of PVC or just look around in the garage. I'm sure I have a ton of stuff in there. So since I'm here and in the room doing maintenance anyways, I'll be doing a water change on my Zebra Plecos. I don't know if we're going to be able to see them in there. I do have somewhat exciting news in here, even though I just scared them all. I do have two males guarding caves now. So there's usually one in this cave here that's fanning, and one in here that's normally fanning. Although I don't see him in there now. Of course I scared them all out. There is one over here that we can see, maybe. Kind of their go-to hiding spot over here. So now my Zebra Plecos and leopard frog plecos are right next to each other, which is kind of nice. I'll probably move this little hut down there. I only found one other cave and a piece of PVC tube. So I do need to get a few more hides down there. So as you can see, I got them moved over here. I did a quick acclimation. You know, they're coming from the same water. This water was just a little bit warmer. But you can see they're kind of, oops. Or you can just see all the glass. But they're kind of scurrying around, getting a taste of their new environment back there. As you can see, I found one terracotta cave. I got a PVC tube over here. And then I did find these terracotta caves here that I really like for apistos, but they'll work really good for these guys. I just need to get them cleaned off. All this white stuff is super glue from when moss was super glued to these. I got two of these I need to clean up. So I'll probably let these soak in like distilled white vinegar or hydrogen peroxide, whatever I have, overnight, and then scrub them off in the morning and put them in there. Oh, we got one coming towards the front. Too bad it just wants to focus on the glass for some reason. You can see they're kind of all scurrying around trying to find a place to hide. Somehow I haven't found any of the caves yet. But I'm going to get this thing filled back up with water. I'll get the Zebra Plecos tank filled back up with water and then check back in. Alright, so we're filled back up with water, and I'm going to do something crazy. And I'm going to put an Aquarium 75 hang-on front filter on this 20 gallon long. So these leopard frog plecos, like most plecos, really like a high current and high oxygen levels, and one little sponge filter is definitely not going to cut it. You saw on the Zebra Pleco tank up top, that I have a hang-on back filter up there, see? My LR Brett's yellow shrimp tank. So, I need to get circulation going in here, and the problem with this Aquarium 75, it's going to be way too deep for this shallow tank, so there's actually another connection that goes here, which is somewhere right here. And this, it will go up there a little bit, but not even close to the shallow, you know, the shallowness that I need. So I can't use this piece at all. So what I'm going to do is take this pre-filter sponge and slide it over it and use that instead and see if that'll work. So let me wrestle with this for a little while and I'll get back to you. Alright, check this out. An Aquarium 75 on a 20-gallon long, 4 plecos. Now if this is not enough current for plecos, I don't know what would be. Because that's insane. The only problem is that this filter is half the size of the tank. So viewing is not going to be very fun. But honestly, that's the least of my concerns right now. As long as they're in there and they're living and they're thriving, I don't need to see them all the time. I only need to see them when I need to video them. Otherwise, I'm perfectly content. You can see I hacked that thing up all the way to the top to get that to fit. I've got the pre-filter sponge on there. You can see it's still sucking in all the debris, which is awesome. Give this tank a day and it's going to look great. I'll have to do an update on this in an upcoming video so you can see how it turned out. But yeah, we just got massive flow here. I don't use the front piece on the Aquarium, this piece here that goes in there, because all it does is clog up and restrict your flow. And it's just gimmicky. You get way more flow by taking it out. I mean, look at that. That's sweet. Sponge filter in the back. Over here, got all kinds of surface agitation. Should have plenty of oxygenation now. Plenty of current. So I should probably get some shrimp tank footage for you since I'm in here. You can see the Rickia is just exploding. The big moss pile over here is doing well. And the more these plants explode, the less I see the shrimp, which again is just fine with me because I know they're in here. I bet there's so many shrimp in here, I wouldn't even know what to do with them at this point. They usually like to huddle down in here. You can see them back in there. Not lighted very well, so they kind of look green, which is kind of funny. So everything's still going strong here. Nothing new to report, except this Rickia is going bonkers. Alright, and we'll check back in with the Zebra Plecos one more time. Here we are. Dude just kind of hanging out, having a good time. Dude spazzing out in the back. I think there's one up here. Yep, hanging out in the sponge filter. This guy back here is back guarding his cave, or his tube, if you will. The other guy hasn't retreated back to his tube yet. Maybe we're over here. No. So we're still hiding. They're still down there under that slate. There's a few of them you can see. So pretty happy with the progress. Slow and steady wins the race with these guys. And there he goes. Alright folks, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the update on my prized plecos, the Zebra Plecos and the Leopard Frog Plecos. Now, I did spend some time looking at the Leopard Frog Plecos, and unfortunately, I think I got all 3 females. I'm certainly not an expert, but that's the way it's looking. So I'm going to have to find a male or possibly pimp some of them out. I know Corey's growing some out, so maybe we can do a little swapperoo there, I don't know. But hopefully we can figure out something with that. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you subscribed if you haven't. Remember, tomorrow, Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, we have the live stream. So hopefully I'll see you all there.